So, I'm out here in nature again to record a review. I'm not prepared. I'm just trying to hurry before the sun goes down, so this might be a little bit haphazard again. But there's flies. But I won this Kansept knife. Kansept. I would call it a concept myself, or I mean Kansept. It's got an A. I would call it a Kansept. I don't know how it's actually said, but regardless, I will call it Kansept. Maybe I'll switch between the two because I'll accidentally be calling it what he calls it. But I won this for a Mother's Day giveaway, and it is nice. This is cool. This is the this is a mini, and I'm trying to remember. It's a mini Main Street, and it is a nice. It's nice. It's a nice knife. This is really high quality knife. This just got polymer handles, but they're nice. They're nice polymer handles. I actually love these handles, because to me it looks like, if you can tell, it has all the little lines on it, and it's kind of got just that these slight little lines on it, and it's nice. It's like a nice polymer handle, and to me it kind of looks, and this is a compliment, it looks like a high quality, kind of like a high quality toy, but in a very good way, not in a cheap way. I really like that. It's got a Warncliffe blade, and as far as Warncliffe blades go, I haven't always loved exactly how they look in general, but I'm starting to really like Warncliffe blades. So I got another knife recently, which I also won, and I'm trying to film out in nature again, like you can tell, and it's actually kind of chaotic. I also won that Warncliffe. It has a Warncliffe blade on it. I won that knife, and though it's appearance-wise, it's not my favorite, I'm starting to really like them for the just usability, the function of them. It just comes straight across, and there's just a perfect tip right there. Just for cutting and slicing, it's just tip is right there. For puncturing and stuff, it's really a nice deal. I think I'm gonna have to set the camera down and not walk, because I'm struggling more than last. So it's really I actually really am starting to like that shape. Just not necessarily as much for appearance, but for the function. And you know what? With that said, this knife still has an awesome appearance. It is a very sharp, good-looking knife. I do think this is a good-looking knife. It is small. It is small, if you can't tell. I almost hesitate to say anything negative, but I'm going to be real when I review about what I think, because I love this knife. I really love it. In my opinion, though, if I were to choose, I would get it. If I were to change anything, I'd get it a little bit bigger, because honestly, it has this kind of an axis release, or right here, and it's I love flipping. That's one of my favorite ways to open a knife, and it opens smooth and good, but it is a little bit hard. My hand almost feels like it's kind of cramping up when I try to hold it and open it and close it. It's hard. Like I said, it's hard to complain, because I don't want to get the wrong impression about this not being wonderful. It is wonderful, but it is, it is very well put together. It is smooth opening, smooth closing, very, very nice, but it is small. It is a small knife, and in a lot of ways, that's really appealing. Like I said, it's a pros and cons thing. It's having a tiny knife can be one of the best things. Like, it's super convenient, discreet. And as far as from a woman's standpoint, most women probably wouldn't even like have that complaint. They'd just be like, oh, it's a tiny cute knife. So from like a female standpoint, like, this is probably the perfect knife, size wise. Just me personally, it'd be nice to have it a little bit bigger. The other thing is when I go to close it down, sometimes it almost just gets my hand fat there. Not that time. I mean, it doesn't, but see, it's not now. But sometimes when I go to close, I have to watch it careful. See, my hand just feels kind of cramped. But with that said, minor complaint. Because for what it is, and maybe for what it is and what it's meant to be, it's so nice. But yeah. So we have 154 cm. And that is at a really all-around good, just good steel, blade steel. It's nice because it's now starting to be more of what's considered a budget steel. But that's a nice thing because you can get it cheaper, and it is a good steel. It's not a bad steel. But it being considered budget steel means you're going to be able to afford these better. So that is a nice feature. I mean, it is nice that it's more affordable, this steel now, and considered a budget steel, because it is a good steel. It is a good all-around steel. It's sharp. It's really sharp. It's a cute knife, and it is extremely high quality. Like I said, this is a mini. There is a bigger one, and you have a deep carry pocket clip, which I love to death. I'm just going to show it to you guys. I like this. I like that character there. I don't know if you call that jimping. I guess you would. And I think that looks cool. It is so lightweight. Like I said, if you're just wanting something so tiny and discreet, and like this pink color, like for a woman, like if you're like, I want to get my lady in my life a knife, like this would probably be one they would just be like, oh, it's so cute. In fact, I know my mother-in-law, who usually doesn't react that much to a knife, was like, oh, I love it, you know? So yeah, so I just have to film it like this right now, because trying to hold the camera up to my face, I'm just having a hard time with it today. It's insane. And it's about the knife anyway. So I'm just going to show you. And my video was very rambly, I could tell. It's because I'm a little bit just like trying to... I even said like a lot. Man, I noticed that. Sorry guys. I'm like. Valley girl. Ugh. Anyway, that little mini, it says Little Main Street. Sorry, I guess I got that wrong. The Little Main Street, designed by Dirk Pinkerton. So you can see the... But look how pretty! Look how pretty and nice it is. But as far as like, I love playing with knives, flicking, and this is one of my favorite types of knives to play with the release. Come on, focus. This is partly why I don't use this camera too, because it's kind of damaged and it doesn't... It'll go in and out of focus. And see, that's just like butter. It's just it's a little bit harder to grip at to do it, but it's still a perfect design in general. It's just mini-me. It's a mini, not mini-me. Mini Main Street, Little Main Street, so it's teeny tiny. Look at that compared to my thumb. But that is really a neat feature in its own right, being so just a teeny tiny, super high quality knife. If you like little things, yeah, that's awesome. That's sharp, man. Anyway.